It's been more than 3 months since the last time I've posted anything, and only God knows whether I'll be posting any more content or not. Most probably I will. So how have you guys been? So recently I have given my F1 student visa interview at the US Consulate, and the decision was...
I cried in front of him. I thought it was almost a reject.
I heard the words, "I'm sorry, I cannot issue you the visa at the moment."
No, nothing like this. My visa got approved easily. I'll try to cover the entire experience in this video. If any of your queries remain unanswered after this video also, so you can drop down in the comments or you can ping me on Instagram. I'll try to help you out. And also I'll be making one more video regarding the VAC experience, like the biometrics and how I booked my US visa slot. On 15th May, I booked my visa appointment slots. I got my biometrics / VAC date of 22nd June 5 PM and my visa interview date of 23rd June 10:50 AM. So I was pretty happy with these dates because the gap between these two appointments are very minimal, and I wanted to keep it like that so that I feel less pressured. So on 22nd, when my biometrics got over at like 5:15 PM, I went to my dad's office. We came home at 7 and like we ordered pizza, and I went to sleep by 10:30 or 11. Next day I woke up at 7. I got dressed up into my formals by 8 and I left for the day after confirming that all my documents are in my folder at 8:30. I knew that embassy is only 1 hour away from my home, but I still did not want to take any risk. So I reached the destination by 9:35 even though my interview is at 10:50. As soon as I reached there, I saw that the guards were not checking the appointment timings and were letting everyone to stand in the queue. So I stood in the queue, and from this point onward, you have to keep your mask on. If they find that you are not wearing your mask, they can like ask you to leave. So don't take risk and keep your masks on. Now if you are going with your parent, brother, sister or lover, then like they will be asked to stand on the opposite side of the road. And that is completely fine because like the entry and exit point for you, it will be the same. So once your entire process is done, you will be exiting from that exact door, and like they will be easily able to find you. One more thing, inside the US Consulate, you will not be allowed to carry your bags or mobile phones or your pen drive or AirPods, anything. So for that, you will have to submit it to the another counter, which is just beside this queue in which you are standing. So just go there and submit it for some XYZ amount they will take, and after your process is over, you can come and collect it. It will be safe, so no need to like worry about it. The process. The first queue will be on the sidewalks of the road, and you will be frisked and you will be asked whether you are carrying any electronic devices. If you say yes, then they will ask you to move to that counter and submit all your electronic devices first. Okay, so after this, you will go to the second queue, and this queue is also on the sidewalks of the road, and here they will check your passport and they will scan your passport. Then you will enter a building. Here they will do your x-ray scanning, as well as they will ask you to put all your documents and your belt in a tray, and they will scan that as well. So once this is done, you will be asked to sit, like move to another room. There will be 6 rows, and like a person will be standing there and he will be asking you to sit in a particular row. So you go there and sit. Also, this room has a water cooler and a washroom, so if you want to get fresh, hagna mutna ho to kar lena. The same person who asked you to sit in a particular row will be calling out rows. So once he calls out your row, you will have to move forward. This time you are getting inside the US Consulate. Here you will be asked to take out your I-20 passport and service fee receipt from your documents and keep it aside. They will ask you to move to a particular window. You have to go there. They will check and verify your documents, and then they will say, okay, take your documents back and stand in the queue. This queue will go to the US visa interview. So while standing in these queues, you will be able to listen to all the interviews which are ongoing. So my way of keeping myself calm was by iterating the answers to why US and why masters in this particular subject from this particular university in my head over and over again, because I think these can be the first questions that the US visa interview can ask me. So I just wanted to get into that flow. So that's why I was just iterating over these two questions in my mind. So you can also try this. The counter which was assigned to me had an American bald guy in his mid 30s, and he was asking a lot of questions, like 5 or 6 minimum questions to everyone, and this was making me nervous. And along with this, the girl who was getting interviewed in front of me at that counter, she had an American accent, so that too was making me a bit nervous, like my accent is in front of her. So she was going to CSU Long Beach and her visa was approved. Now it was my turn. I moved forward. The officer asked me to pass him the passport and I-20. So I did the same, and while doing this I said, "Good morning officer, and here you go." So he checked my I-20 and said, Arizona State. So I was like, "Yeah sir." So he just asked me one thing, that do you know that Arizona State University is known as a party school, and how do you feel about it? So like, I know this is a quite weird question, but because I have read a lot of visa interview experiences on a Telegram chat, I'll put that Telegram group ka link in the description. So from there I have read this exact question which is being asked to ASU students quite a lot. So I just answered what I have read. So I replied ki, "Sir, basically I just recently got to know about this, and like I don't drink, so I have not made any conclusions on this yet." So he was like, "Just put your 4 fingers on the machine." I did that. While doing this, he told me that I don't have any problem with drinking, but I would say never drink and drive. So I was like, "Yeah, sure sir." So while doing this, he told me, "Congrats, your visa has been approved." Like, that's it. And like after this, he was telling me something funny, I guess, because he was laughing, but I did not understand it, as I wanted to rush out of there because I don't want my the visa officer to change his mind and reject my application at all. So that's why I just laughed at him and then moved away. So yeah, this was my visa experience at there. If you want to me to share all the documents that I took with me during the visa interview day, which he did not check at all, so I'll just share it with you in the description. I'll add a Telegram group of our community and I'll paste everything down there. You can chat there and discuss your master's plans in that group. The conclusion from my visa interview experience are follows. Delhi Consulate is very easy, and while I was there, nobody got rejected. So I would consider it as the safest visa consulate office in India. It is not at all hard.
That's what she said.
90% of the students were wearing formals. I would suggest you to also wear formals. It is not like that it will make any impact in the eyes of interviewer, but it will make you feel that you are doing something serious and you look cool. And the college and the course you are opting for also matters a lot during visa interview, because I know that he was asking 5 to 6 questions to other university students and the same interviewer was asking only 1 to me. So something is there. And last but not the least,